Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got a hell of a show for you guys there today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. Let's get into today's topic. So y'all know Brian Windorst has been covering LeBron James pretty much for his entire career, and he's chronicled his whole story, his whole career up to this point. Although LeBron recently, or not too long ago, went on ESPN Pat McAfee's show and totally trashed him and basically called him weird. But nevertheless, that did not stop Brian Windorst from twerking it up on a moment-to-moment basis when it comes to LeBron James. So this morning I was doing I was doing some research here. I came across a report here that says the following headline: Brian Windorst, LeBron James is poking the bear. LeBron absolutely knows that he will cause a wave with these social media things. It then says, it's summer, which means LeBron is feeding the NBA news cycle with speculation about where he will play next season. James is 40 years old. He just opted into his 8th season with the Los Angeles Lakers, and we're 15 years removed from the decision. But oops, he did it again. He hijacked the NBA offseason by teasing fans and media with the idea that he wants out. Everything James does is carefully calculated, which is why Brian Windorst knows that James knows everyone is carefully watching his social media activity in search of Easter eggs about whether or not he plans on seeing that player option through. Tuesday morning, Windorst joined ESPN Cleveland to discuss James' recent social media posts, which included a photo from the Cavaliers practice facility. So Brian Windorst made some interesting comments here that I want you guys to listen to carefully, because he's warning Laker fans that this guy's trying to sabotage their franchise on his way out the door. But before we can get into what Brian had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is want to quickly play what he had to say. It's only about a minute or so. Take a listen to that, and then we're going to really get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. Take a listen to Brian Windorst here.
LeBron absolutely knows that he will cause a wave with these social media things. So on one hand, he is just coming home for the holiday. He is just doing something that he has done numerous times in the past. On the other hand, by doing what he's doing, he is absolutely poking the bear and, being passive aggressive. And by the way, the Lakers are being passive aggressive back at LeBron. All right. They did not announce his option pickup. So they're both acting in the same way. Now, how is this going to get resolved? And my answer to you in full honesty is I don't know. He elected to opt into that contract to make $53 million. When he did that, he limited his options way down, and he limited the Lakers' options way down. So if he truly badly didn't want to be a Laker, he doesn't pick up that option.
Excellent. So you heard what Brian had to say there. Now, before we even get into that, let me tell you why we use the word sabotage. Let's take a quick glance at Laker payroll, okay? Let's take a quick glance at it. So this is the Lakers payroll chart. This season, they're under contract for $52.6 million to LeBron James, right? $52 million for LeBron, $46 million for Luka, $18.2 million for Rui, $15 million for Dorian Finney-Smith, $13 million for Austin. No, Dorian Finney-Smith is gone, so $14 million for Austin Reeves. What is it? $11 million for Gabe Vincent, $11 million for Maxi Kleber. Jared Vanderbilt is earning 11.5. Dalton Connect is earning 4, and Shake Milton is earning 3, and then Bronny's earning roughly around $2 million. Right? After this season, the Lakers will free up $52 million in LeBron's contract, $18 million in Rui. That's $80 million in cap space. Then they're going to free up an additional $20.5 million with Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleber. So the Lakers will have $100 million in cap space, right? Now, their total guaranteed for this year, I'm seeing here $380 million at team totals, but those must include some other things that we're not factoring in. But the Lakers have a pretty seismic payroll. But LeBron is there saying, no. Through Rich Paul, you guys got to do better. You guys got to go out there and get something. And what LeBron is saying that you guys need to go further into the luxury tax for me. And LeBron is expecting the Lakers to go deeper into the luxury tax to accommodate a 41-year-old player who has not proven he's got what it takes to help them win a championship over the last 3-4 seasons. And they're supposed to put themselves in a bigger financial bind because of what? Exactly. You picked up the $52 million option. You picked it up, which indicated to the organization that you're not ready to win titles anymore. It said it. Because all they can do now is bring in minor pieces into the fold, like they just brought in Ayton. But there's something larger we need to discuss here, which is LeBron wants to drain the Lakers to the bones before he leaves, like he does every other organization. But it seems like, and according to Brian Windhorst, they have tuned him out. All of these threats are falling on deaf ears. He tried to pull something off before last season with the thing when he played against the Knicks. He put the towel around his neck. People were speculating in New York. And then the Lakers are like, hold this. Luka's coming. Luka's here. Which is something I think that sent shockwaves through the entire NBA, but specifically his camp. The Lakers have made it clear they're doing every and anything to retain Luka. He's the focus. They're not preoccupied with LeBron James. They're not. But this guy wants to totally decimate these guys' books before he leaves. And we all know that even if they were to shake the tree and miraculously bring in some player, they're still not going to win. We all know that already. And I think the Lakers know that. I think the Lakers have moved on. And Brian Windhorst is sounding the alarms of what's really going on here. But it seems like the Lakers are not willing to budge, as they shouldn't. They shouldn't budge. $52 million? You picked it all up? You didn't accept less? And you expect me to work magic tricks here? You couldn't take less? So you want the full money and you want so you want your cake and then to eat it too. Nah, bro. It's just not going to happen anymore. Maybe if you were 30, maybe if you were 35, but at 40, 41, it's just not happening. The Lakers are moving on. The Lakers are moving on as they should. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.